Hello and good morning. It's my great pleasure and honor to introduce Rainier Windsong. And as you just experienced, she is a magnificent spiritual healer. And I have the honor of having her as a friend for many years, especially when I started having spiritual meetings in my house, and Rainier first showed up, and she's an incredible presence. She brings us this radiance, all this radiant light of love and goodwill and a lot of knowledge. She's also a great spiritual healer. I had the opportunity of asking her for her help, and I had a session with her, which was amazing. And I also sent to her a young woman who had gone through a lot of pain and grief and was having a hard time dealing with it. And I thought, well, Rainier is the person for this woman. And yes, she said, wow, it was amazing. I felt very comforted and, changed my whole outlook. So. And, as you can see, she's a beautiful human being, and she has a beautiful name, Windsong. It always reminds me that the winds sing to us. Sometimes we don't listen to the wind, but if we did, we would be happy and sometimes a little scared. Rainier can also be a little scared sometimes because she tells you the truth. She doesn't hide it. She just tells it with a lot of love and understanding, but the truth. And sometimes the truth scares you. But I've been always very comforted by her presence. And without further ado, I give you Rainier Windsong.
So today we are going to have a drum circle. And I know several of you have experienced this with me before, and I'm so grateful you're back. And we have a couple of folks who this will be their first time drumming. So I want to welcome you too. I want to share a funny I overheard the other night. I was out with friends, and at the table behind us were two older women, and they were talking a little louder so we could hear them clearly. And they were having a sip of wine with their meal, and they were talking about Lent. And the one lady said, well, I'm going to have to talk to my minister to get some ideas about what to give up for Lent. And the other lady went, I'm giving up celibacy. So I laughed so hard, wine came out of my nose. So anyhow, there's hope everywhere. I'm always thrilled to be invited back to speak here or to bring the drums or to be in service here. The church with a big heart, the church that accepts everyone and everything. And, the church that is a powerful presence here in Virginia Beach. So I thank you for your service, for continuing to come, to continuing to be part of this community. So what I'd like for you to do is to, those that want to, come forward and get a drum or a rattle. And once you have the instruments, then I'm going to talk about them briefly, and then we'll start making some rhythms together. And while you're doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the etiquette of drumming. So when we're playing in a group, the experience is to play with and not over. So we are doing an inclusive experience, so it's power with, not power over. And you should always be able to hear your neighbor. So we don't want to be wailing away, and we want to be complementary to the other sounds that are being made. And a drum circle is something like moving into a new neighborhood. You have to find where you fit in, what's the right school, what grocery store do you like, how are your neighbors. So when we come together to make music, to make rhythms with drums, it's kind of like moving into a new neighborhood. You have to get acquainted, you have to feel each other out, you have to see what you like, what feels good. So I think we have one more person. Does anybody in the back row need an instrument? Come on down. Okay. So you can play your drum with your hand. Let me get this with the speaker. Ooh. I'm pulling the wire. You can play it with your hand, or you can use a striker. So who has drums? Okay. Excellent. So what we're going to do, even though we're kind of in a little hodgepodge, I always have to start with a round, just to let people get the feel of the drum, get the flavor. And I'm going to ask my friend Dee if she's going to start us out with a heartbeat. And then I'm going to ask that we go to this side of the room, and I don't know your name with the dog.
Deborah and Chloe.
Deborah and Chloe. Deborah, if after Dee starts, if you'll start, and then you folks, so count to three, and then we'll start on this side of the room, and we'll just move all the way around, and then we'll have everybody involved. Remember, we're wanting to be in harmony. We're wanting to raise our energy and vibration. And this first time is just a little fun to see how we do together. So sometimes when you move into a neighborhood, you hit it right off. Other times it takes some work. So let's see what happens today. So Dee. Deb?
Oops, wait a minute.
Close your eyes if you want to. So just rest in that energy for a moment. Notice what happened in your body when you heard the drum beats. Whether it enlivened you or made you wish it was over, just notice. The drum replicates the heartbeat, our heartbeat and the heartbeat of the earth. When we use the drum, it helps to synchronize the left and right hemispheres of the brain, so you have a higher vibration of whole brain thinking. It promotes relaxation, reduces cortisol and other hormones in the body, and can bring about a sense of peace for some folks. And you did really well for a first group. So open your eyes, take a deep breath. You can keep your instrument or switch it up if you like, whichever feels good to you. And this time, I'm going to ask Dax if he'll start a simple rhythm. And when you're ready, layer in with Dax, okay? Do you want this one? What would you like?
That would be hard. Let me see. That other one, running stretch type.
Yeah, no, that won't be. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
This.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want a striker or your hands? Okay. And do something simple, because we know how fabulous you are, so we can follow you, okay?
Keep it simple, I'm simple.
Yes. And when you're ready, you can follow in with Dax. Good. We could actually drum for hours, but we have to be mindful of the time. I'm going to teach you a chant, and if you'd like to add your drum to it, you can. And I'll sing it through once. I have many gifts. Singing was not one of them. So I'm going to shut my eyes so you can't see me. But once you feel comfortable, please follow through with the chant in your voice at your tone. And the first one I'm going to teach is called Human Am I. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, this I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, this I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, this I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, this I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, yes I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the instrument within my soul. I have no beginning, I have no end. Oh, yes I am. Take it away, Dax. Thank you. Take a deep breath. We can do one more rhythm and one more song, and then we need to close. We still have communion today. So who would like to lead a simple rhythm that we could all follow? Don't be shy. I know there are other musicians here. My friend Dee is going to take up the post. So listen to her beat and then layer in yours. another deep breath. And I'm going to teach you a chant again. So I will sing it through. And when you're comfortable, please join in. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Excuse me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me. Spirit of the wind, carry me home to myself. Again, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Rest in that vibration. Invite it into the cells of your body. Let your heart be generous and expansive. Feel yourself soften and be receptive. Again, think you're divine. Think your body, your vehicle for this earth adventure. One more deep breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes and make sure you smile at least 2 neighbors. And please bring your drums back to the blanket. Thank you, guys. And thank you for letting me be your speaker today.